What makes someone influential in this day and age amidst the shallow social media noise?
Love it. I think what makes someone influential is someone who is courageous enough to be themselves, especially in this world today of shallowness of social media, of us pretending we're things that we're not, and feeling the pressure to do that. It takes a lot of courage and bravery to stand up and be happy with who you are and show that to the world.
I think it's being relatable. I think it's very important that people can still relate to your journey, that people can still relate to your story, and draw strength from that too. And I think that is a very important part of being influential and being a transformational leader too.
You know, social media made us all very insecure in a way because we all see the curated pictures, the curated life of other people. But what we don't see is that every one of us has a struggle. Every one of us has real life problems also. So we don't need to compare ourselves to other people just because of what we see in social media. So it's really important that we take care and we just value the things that we have in life instead of comparing ourselves with other people.
For me, somebody who is influential is someone who knows how to speak herself, her mind, but in a way that it is not just between what she thinks of right, what's right on her point. She thinks about what other people think is right as well. Someone influential who is somebody who thinks about what other people may feel as well. So that's why at this very point in time, I use my influence at the right place, and I make sure that I don't offend anybody and that I do things with my own values and morals. As long as it doesn't hurt anybody else, you could be influential.
I think what makes someone influential is by their actions. Because when you look at someone's social media, I don't think that the number of followers, comments, or likes should define them. What defines them is the actions that they take. And I am a firm believer. I even have a podcast called Walk the Talk. And I think that someone who aims to be influential should always do that.
To me, an influential woman is someone who is a leader, who leads by example, and who doesn't merely use words, but who fortifies her words with actions, and someone who cares for her community and uses her platform to maximize that and to be of service to her fellow man. And so for me, an inspirational woman is just that, someone who steps out of her comfort zone to serve her community.
Someone influential is someone who has a higher purpose. And I found mine with supporting the livelihood of our indigenous communities. I connected the Mandaya tribe that I am a part of to the Department of Labor and Employment's Livelihood Assistance Program to accelerate and support their abaca production, because this is such a big part of their culture. And from what I've learned all these years, I started my advocacy 2 years ago, and I learned that supporting their livelihood also means sustaining their culture.
I guess what makes a person influential is the respect that they earn from the people that look up to them and the people who follow them. Because more than the flowery credentials, it's when that person stays true to their core, speaks with authenticity, and uses the skills and knowledge that they've gained to better not only his life, but also the lives of others, therefore empowering many others that makes the difference.
When we think of the word influence, sometimes we associate it with a grand scheme of things, when in fact we have always been very influential, even in our smaller, closer circles rather. And so I think that if we use this influence to make social media what it is, if we share our stories, push for our advocacies, and make these purpose into actions, then we're able to not only influence within the realm of social media, but even beyond the universe.
I believe what makes somebody influential is the courage to be authentically who they are. I think it takes a lot of vulnerability, a lot of innovation, and a lot of strength to show the universe that you are you, and to be unabashed in that. And through that unabashedness and that courage, you then empower other people to be themselves. And it's in that individuality and uniqueness that we can cultivate so many empowering and inspirational people.